You're not.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Oh, why did I even invite him here?
I
There was a reason I invited him here. Two things. One, because he's my Valentine.
Am I?
Well,
what a lucky guy.
I have no choice.
You're not mine. I just kidding.
Oh, and he's so funny. Okay. Let's.
Isn't this Valentine? Oh, we gotta keep it family friendly? Okay.
Well, let's just keep it like not annoying. So, let's just say he's here a Valentine. B, most of you don't know, but my married name is Rose.
This is my favorite story I get to tell. Are you done talking about your last name? So she conned me. She's telling me, yeah, don't worry. Online, I'll keep it Dr. Lisa Marvin. And I understood that because it's like professional. It's hard to change your name online. What's your name still? How long have we been married?
My name is Lisa Marvin. It always will be Lisa Marvin.
Yeah.
However...
Is there a return policy?
However, Elliot Rose was my first boyfriend.
Like, what girl wouldn't want that as their last name? I always thought, like, that's a selling bonus.
Can
with
I
me, right?
finish
Like, that's a selling point.
I need to finish my story.
No? Okay, well.
Elliot Rose.
Still heartbroken.
It was my first boyfriend when we were 8, okay? Now, when we were 16, I said to him, if we're not married by the time we're 30, I'm going to marry you because you have a great last name, Rose. And I said, I'm going to have a daughter, and her name is Lily Rose.
I made her a bracelet at Arts and Crafts when we were 8 years old. I delivered it to her cabin on my free time, and then, like, a day later, she used it against me and threw it in the water. I could probably go back to that same camp and probably find it in the spot where she threw it in the water.
Okay, no one's interested. He's been talking for 20 years
That's like
about this bracelet.
It's my lost treasure.
Listen, we fought when we were boyfriend and girlfriend. We fought every day, and I got very mad.
Still fight every day. What's different?
And I got mad at him, and I threw his stupid bracelet.
And when we were like 13, 14 years old, we used to hang out at her house, and I always told her, for A, I'm in your head, B, I know we're getting married, and she'd be, oh, okay, oh, cool.
Anyways, we're married, and
we are?
We have a son, not a daughter, and his name is Mojo Rose, and he's the best. But I invited him here again. Rose is very important, and actually, the rose was like a really big part of our wedding, and we had like cool signs and everything. So we're gonna focus on.
She loves it so much, but yeah, she didn't take it as her last name. Okay, moving on.
I like options.
Options.
But you know what? My name is Lisa Marvin. I'm not. Lisa Rose is a totally different person.
I guess you can be
She's
my
like
selling feature for my next wife.
Your next wife will love the option of Rose.
Yeah.
So yes, let's focus on roses today. Happy Valentine's Day.
What about telling you that you always wanted her name?
Oh my God,
Lily
stop.
Rose. Did we miss that part?
I said Lily
Maybe
Rose.
my next wife will be called Lily Rose.
Okay. Goodbye. Happy Valentine's
Day,
Day.
guys.
Okay, so let's discuss what we're doing. I had 2 different ideas, and I kind of brought them together, so this video will be in 2 parts. My first idea was to use a 2 by 3 foot canvas and to just do an ombre swipe. Then I had the idea to make a paint skin, which I hate that terminology, by the way. However, to make a paint skin, I have a 2-foot pour mat from Fluid Art Company, and I did another ombre swipe on that with different colors. I cut it out into a rose, slapped them together, did some painting, made it, I tried to make it look like a rose. You guys will let me know if it worked. And that's it. So I've only used TLP in the pieces. There's no 2 paints. And so let's talk about the colors that I used. For the 2 by 3, I used Aphrodite. So pretty. I used Ballet Slipper, which is like such a pretty pink, and I should use it more. I used Rose Quartz, which has a lighter pink sheen to it. I don't know if you guys can see in this light. And I used Ballgown, which is a gold interference. This pink, by the way, is TLP Hustle. It's so bright. So because of the ombre, what I decided to do was in one of the layers to mix Aphrodite and Ballet Slipper together. And this was my test swipe. So there's Aphrodite, the mix of Aphrodite, Ballet Slipper, Rose Quartz, and some of that gold. Let's see, can you guys see? You guys will see better in a better light, but I just wanted to show you. So also, I'm not in my regular studio. We are at my cottage. We've escaped the city, so I'm doing big paintings on my living room floor. There's dogs walking through, naked children. Well, not really. You're not going to see him, but I yell at him a few times to get out of the shot. So it's not as professional, but you know, we gotta go with the flow. So, because I'm only doing blooms, that's the only recipes I know, but if you guys do other types of pours, you should join the Fluid Art Company Piggy group on Facebook. And thank you for joining us for our Valentine collaboration. And let's get to spinning. See you in a minute. Down my garbage bags. I'm just using my cake spinner. It's not always gonna be perfect, but you just gotta go with the flow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this 2-footer on top of it to help hold it, because the board that I'm using, which isn't super helpful, has this behind it. So it's not going to really balance very well, but I'm just gonna put it right on top and spin it out. Like I said, it's not gonna be like totally perfect, but we'll just keep adjusting and moving it. All right, let's get to work. So let's get to pouring the pillow. I have my can of Glidden Essentials eggshell. I do leave this open for a few days to thicken because it's thin for me. Now I don't want to put too much paint down because I don't want to spin it too much. And I'm gonna flatten it out. Okay, so far I have a little more than half a can that I poured. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna schmooze it out. Oh man, so my idea, I do want it on somewhat of a diagonal, but we'll see how that goes, right? So, maybe I'll start with a bit of Ballgown, which is the gold interference. Okay. And then on top of that gold, I will put the rose quartz. All right. It's definitely gonna be sparkly. Okay. And on top of that, I will do Ballet slipper. Oh, Mo, I'm filming. Don't come here because you're nudie. Okay, now I'm gonna do my custom ballet slipper with Aphrodite. Hopefully we'll get a good ombre situation. I don't know, we'll see. I have a bit more of that I can use.
Hi, babe.
Oh, hello.
How are you today?
Oh, I am great. I'm trying my ombre situation.
Do people know about the Valentine's Day thing yet?
This is the Valentine's Day.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get invited to this. I guess my opening wasn't good enough for everybody.
And this is finally Aphrodite.
What do these colors make you think of, me? What a gorgeous, gorgeous colorway you have going.
Why, thank you. Put the Cell Activator on the back. Let's see. And I'm just going to spread it really thin. I hope this works. I'll call Elliot back when I'm done. I can't focus while he's talking. Okay. Now, what are we doing? I'm going to start, I'm going to start in the middle-ish and swipe carefully. A little bit on an angle to push that paint. Okay. Now I'm going to clean my knife. Very well. All right, next, gonna just keep doing the same thing. And then spin her out. Frost that knife. All right. Oop, do it again. It's hard to do from this angle on the floor. Okay. Really pretty colors though. Oop. All right. And another one. I thought I'd speed up this process because it's much of the same, except after I did the big swipe, I took a little palette knife and just went down those little lines that didn't get swiped over, and then I spun her out. Mixing. So I'm gonna obviously use Maraschino for my red rose, and I wanted to create different shades of the color somehow, so I'm gonna kind of play around, don't know what I'm doing yet. So to darken it up, I'm gonna add some Galaxy. To lighten it up, I'm gonna add some Simplicity, and then I have Comet, which is the red interference, so I thought that would look nice too. So let's start with the Maraschino so we know where we're going. Now, if you've seen my mixing videos, you know I just bloop my josonja in, bloop, bloop. Oh, we're out of josonja. Oh man. Let me get a little bit more. Good thing I have a little bit of another bottle if I need it. All right, let's pause for this one. So let's go. Maraschino, open it away from you. Oh, it's a new one. Open it away because you'll get sparklies flying everywhere. So I don't measure. I'm gonna take about 2 of these. I also don't have mix. I'm at my cottage, so I don't have many of my things here. So I'm using plastic forks. So I'm gonna mix away from my face. And I just wanted you to see the color that we are starting with. It is so bright and vibrant. So we're gonna do the same thing. So for the next one, I'm gonna darken it up a bit for the shadows. Okay, so that's where we're starting, Maraschino. Now, let's do this again. And how about I try 1 bloop of Maraschino and a bloop of Galaxy and see where we go. Okay, bloop. I'll leave that there, and bloop of Galaxy. I really love playing around and making, oh, it's a new one too, and making my own colors. Oh, it's not new. Okay, ready? Bloop. I don't want to do too much because I'm not sure what's gonna happen yet. So we're gonna mix away from me. Okay, so this gives a nice shadow effect. Okay, so now let's play with lightening up the Maraschino. Let me put these over here. And we'll do a bloop of this and a bloop of Simplicity. Bloop. And I know this one's new too. I use this a lot. Simplicity is kind of like a pearl color. Pearl. All right, let's blooper in and see how that goes. Really just endless possibilities. All right. Ooh, it's really pretty. I'm not sure. I think I want it a touch lighter, and then I will do straight Comet. Okay. Now, when I'm done this, dispersing my pigments, I'm going to add my Behr 8300, which is what I use for my pouring medium. Again, I don't measure. It's a certain consistency I'm looking for. I do have a mixing video in the 70s somewhere. Okay, now I think we're good. Now let us do Comet, and then we will be ready to rumble. I'll bring you over to my pouring mat. For the interferences, you don't need as much because they're finer. Okay, so I think we have the basis of our colors. So let me just showing you, I'll add Behr to one of them so you can see, and I'll do it to the rest. So here's my Behr. I just have it here, and it really gloops right in. Gloop, gloop. All right, so we glooped her in. And we mix, mix, mix. When I mix, I really do it for like a minute to make sure all the sparkles are dispersed and happy. Now, you could, it's better to mix the day before, but who has the time really? So you can pour right after, but okay, this is a little thick for me. So in that case, what I would do is I would add a dash of my josonja, just to thin. All right, so let me add my Behr to the rest, and I will see you over, that's better, at my spinner. Hello, okay, I'm really excited. I got this fluid art pour mat, and what I've done is I've laid it very carefully on my, this is a 2-foot cradled wood board, and it still has the plastic on it, so it's protecting it, and it lays on perfectly. So you can get any wood and coat it with plastic if you want, but this is like so flat and pristine. I'm so excited to do my skins on it. So let's get to work. So I used my Glidden Essentials again. I didn't have to put as much down because I don't have to worry about the sides, and I wanted to make sure my skin was as thin as possible. I do have a swiping video a few videos down, number 129. But a few tips: when you are swiping, you want to keep your tool at a bit of an angle. So as you're swiping, the paint kind of falls over itself as you're spreading the cell activator to get it as far as possible. So here is the skin swipe. Okay, so my skin is dry, and you can see that it peels right off the mat. So what I've done is I've printed this picture of a rose, and I'm taking my whiteboard marker and I'm just roughly sketching out where I want to start painting. What I like about this marker is that if you make a mistake, you take your thing and you can erase and then start again. So let's see how that goes. So I am beginning to cut out the skin into the shape that I sketched into a rose. At first I was concerned, obviously, because it didn't really look like a rose, so I was really relying on my sketching skills. So what I've done is I've taken just titanium white paint and black paint and started sketching out the petals. And I used black and white kind of on top of each other to make them look more 3D. I really love that I could keep the piece perpendicular on the skin still because it was so sticky. So that was really helpful to put on my little holder there. And so there she is, sketching with black and white.
Hello.
Oh, thank you, Mo. So I have my thing here. I have my skin here. I'm going to spray the back of my skin with adhesive. I'm going to try to place it on nicely. Then I'm going to take my Liquitex iridescent anti-gold paint pen and embellish it some more. Hopefully make it look nice. I don't know what's going to happen. So here I go. Okay, and I'm going to take, stinky.
Yeah.
And I'm going to,
That's so stinky.
maybe you should leave, Mo.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a professional painter, and this ain't you.
You're
I
a
have my
professional.
own channel on the video games.
You are very professional, honey.
Oh, I have my own channel on one of my video games.
I know. Okay, so we are going to
This is you and
move over and put some gold on this, and then we will resin it, and hopefully it'll be perfect. Wish me luck. So I'm using the gold pen. You can't really see what I'm doing in this light, but you'll be able to see in a minute. I've also decided I wanted to draw some gold petals around the outside to make the shape bigger, and I'll see you over at my resin table in a minute. So I've mixed about 40 ounces of resin. There are resin calculators online. Of course, I don't use one. I just make as much as I think. I think I used about 40 ounces. I do have a resining video number 79 of how to do big pieces. However, the most important part is really, well, there's lots. I clean it with alcohol first and really get those edges. So when the resin self-levels, it falls right over. You have to really get down on your knees at eye level to look for bubbles. And when I do big pieces like this, you'll see the big red cups around, and I just throw a bigger canvas on top to protect it. And let's see the final result in a minute. So here's the final result. I think I'm pretty pleased. I love that it's just all sparkles. I think that the drawing around it really makes it pop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm wishing you guys a very happy Valentine's Day, and stick around for the next video in the collab, and let me know what you guys think. Are you feeling rosy or not? Have a good day.